Welcome to BizTV's Beyond the Brand. I'm Kelli Phillips. Today I'm joined by Abid Hussain from TallyWise. TallyWise is a financial service company that helps businesses achieve milestones through reorganizing and rationalizing financial procedures and measures. We'll be right back with more Beyond the Brand. As CFO of TallyWise, he leads the development and execution of strategic financial plans that drive growth and stability for both the firm and its clients. With a focus on efficiency, compliance, and high-impact advisory, he helps businesses streamline operations, navigate challenges, and maximize profitability, which is most important. Please join us in welcoming Abid Hussain. And Abid, I've got to ask, you've had lots of various financial leadership roles before becoming CFO at TallyWise. What inspired you to join TallyWise?
So I actually started the business with a couple of partners of mine. And the reason we started is we continuously see small businesses are having issues handling their finances, understanding their numbers, being able to take that next step that they want to take. And a lot of the times financials are taking the back seat into things. And that's where we kind of came in, and we were just trying to help small businesses grow, help people understand their numbers, and being able to take that next step that they're wanting to take, but unsure of how to take it.
Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got to this point.
Sure. So I started as an accountant. I went to school for accounting. I have a bachelor's and a master's in accounting. I was going for my CPA, but then I realized I didn't want to do taxes. So I kind of stopped doing that and started working kind of in the private realm. I started my own construction business, family business with my brother. We ran that for about 3 to 4 years, and I handled all the accounting side of it. So I understood the accounting aspect of running a business as well as the entrepreneurial CEO side of it. And that's where I try to help my clients now, is just I understand both segments of your business and how do we help you grow, not just from a numbers aspect, but also from an operational standpoint.
Can you share a defining moment in your career that solidified your mission to simplify accounting for small businesses?
Sure. A lot of it is just conversationally speaking with business owners and just asking, where do you see that there's a missing link to your business? And a lot of times it's, I do the accounting myself, or I'm doing the bookkeeping myself, and I think I'm doing good. My bank account has money in it. I must be doing all right. And that's where it's just, what's in your bank account doesn't mean that it's a successful business. And, understanding those numbers and really diving into those numbers and having that expertise behind you of someone who can dive into the numbers and then simplify it for you, where then you're able to take the information I give and kind of take it to the next level.
Now, TallyWise emphasizes making business finances less of a headache. How do you achieve this for your clients?
Just understanding my clients and understanding what do they want and what do they want to see and how do they want to see it. Some people like looking at numbers. 99% of people don't, but they prefer, charts or graphs. And it's just, how do I build it in a way that they're able to easily understand what I'm trying to present and explaining it in a way that makes sense to them. A lot of times accountants will throw 1,000 things at you and maybe one of them stick. That's where it's just conversationally understanding, where is my client? What do they want to know? How do they want to know it? And conversationally just bringing it up in a way that is effective and having them able to understand it.
That's a lot better, just having a conversation as opposed to a CPA throwing terms at you that you're not familiar with. Have you had that before?
Oh, tons of times. I hate dealing with my CPA because he does it to me. So I can only imagine how someone who's not fully literate in it feels.
Yes. So what common financial challenges do small to medium-sized businesses typically face?
Really just understanding their numbers. What are they making the most money on? What is not working? What is working? Like I said, a lot of people just base it off of kind of what's in the bank account. If the bank account has a lot of money in it, that means we're doing well. If it doesn't have a lot of money in it, we're not doing great. but where is it leaking? What is not working? What is working? How do we push those things that are working a little bit more forward? Where can we save money? What can we do to kind of just keep the business taking positive steps?
Now, you keep saying if the banking account has money in it, people think they're doing good. Is that not a true statement?
Unfortunately, it's not. So that's where CPAs make the most money is, doing your taxes and seeing, have you made a profit or have you not? And there's other things that kind of go into making a profit other than just the direct expenses that you see hitting your bank account. There's things like depreciation, which is just when you buy equipment, over the lifetime of the equipment, the value of it depreciates. And that's something that you have to put into your book. So it helps lower your income or your profit for the year. A lot of people don't do that because they don't understand it. And the CPA does it at the end of the year, but doesn't really explain it. So that's something that you should look at on a monthly basis. And, there's a lot of times where owners are not taking salaries or taking less salary because they need to keep their business afloat or need to keep that money in the business. And that's where it's just, how do we make sure that you're getting paid the number that you'd like to get paid and the business is still kind of pushing forward.
Now, TallyWise offers services ranging from accurate bookkeeping to even CFO level strategies. Can you elaborate on how these services really benefit your clients?
Sure. So bookkeeping is integral to all businesses, to say the least. Understanding where you are at that moment, making sure that things are classified the right way, and the expenses are hitting the proper way, your sales are hitting the proper accounts. For instance, if you have a retail store, you want to make sure that the things that you're selling are profitable, and it's not just one item that you're selling is making the most money and it's carrying everything else. As well as for services, if you're a construction company, if you do cabinets and the cabinets are making the most money, but when you're installing tiles, that's losing you money and you don't get to see this at a granular level. So that's where the bookkeeping comes into play. And the CFO services is really taking that to the next level. Is just, okay, we know where your expenses are going. We know what money's coming in, what money's coming out. And now how do we forecast or budget that to make sure that it can work appropriately for you? And that what your goals are for the next 3 to 5 years, we're able to obtain those goals or say that they're realistic. And how do we track them? Most CEOs, most business owners have a goal in mind, but there's no one really holding them accountable to that goal. That's where the CFO comes into place. I like to say that the CEO is the captain of the ship, but the CFO is the one who's really steering it and making sure that we're getting to the destination that we want to get to.
So you're talking CEO is big picture and CFO is details and how to get there.
Exactly.
Can you share a success story where TallyWise intervention really made a significant impact to one of your clients?
Sure. So like I mentioned earlier, I did own a construction company. So those are my bread and butters. Those are the ones that I love to talk about because I have so much experience in it. We had a construction company located on the West Coast. They were doing exterior remodeling and, they were getting by. They were doing a decent amount, but they just didn't understand what is making them the most money and what isn't. And that's where we came in. And it was just, hey, you're doing roofing, you're doing siding and windows. The windows and the roofing is doing phenomenal, but the siding is not. And it's, how do we bring that up? Or how do we get, if we're not able to bring it up, if we're not able to make it more profitable, how do we get rid of it and make the other business segments more profitable to offset that? And that's where they were able to understand, yes, that keeps us busy, but it's not worth it because we're losing money on it. So let's worry about the other ones. And we help them grow those other businesses to understand how to sell better, how to make it more profitable, and how to streamline their processes to take it and continue growing.
Perfect. Well, Abid, we need to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about all the various software platforms that are out there. So if you would stick around and we'll be right back to talk more with Abid Hussain and TallyWise. And we are back with Abid Hussain talking about TallyWise. And Abid, TallyWise is certified in various softwares, but there are so many different softwares out there. Can you tell us about the different ones and what are beneficial to use and why TallyWise likes to use them?
That's a very loaded question. I think a lot of it is personal preference. The standard for accounting is pretty much QuickBooks for small businesses, but it varies from a Xero, Zoho, FreshBooks. There's tons, and we're able to use any platform that you're on and jump into it, use it as an accountant, and really grow into whatever you have. I definitely say QuickBooks is the easiest option, just because it's kind of the standard right now, and of course Excel, which people hate using, but it's integral to my role and integral to accounting, is just using Excel. And that's where we're able to build a lot of the things that we're doing for you. We do have some proprietary softwares that we use just for data management, customer acquisition, that kind of thing, that we also help our clients use.
So how do you ensure that your clients are proficient in whatever financial software that you recommend?
So the positive is they don't need to be. It's my job to do so. My company is the ones who are in it all day, every day. And we're just sending them the information that they want to see or need to see. They see it either via PDF, via email, calls that we have on a weekly basis, and we go over it. The idea is that they don't need to be a part of the financials at all. We're the one presenting everything to them and giving it to them in a timely fashion. So we try to take everyone completely out of it so that they're not worried about doing your financials.
That's perfect. I like that even better. With the role of digital platforms and remote work, how has TallyWise adapted to these services to meet those changes?
So everyone in my company is remote. We work completely remote, and I think our clients appreciate that we're able to be agile and work on their time zones as needed. I have some staff that work on the West Coast time zone, some on the East Coast, and most of us are on Central Time. But depending on what our client needs, we're able to work and adapt to that. And we're constantly available for them, within reason. But some of our clients do message on the weekends and whatnot, and we message as soon as we can.
What strategies do you recommend for businesses to maintain financial health in an ever increasingly digital world?
As much as most people hate doing it, is keeping receipts. It's a lot of
that's the paper trail.
Yes. The great thing is there's a lot of platforms that you can kind of take pictures. QuickBooks is one of those that you're able to just snap a picture of your receipt. It goes in there, and then you kind of forget about it. That's a big aspect of it. And then also just understanding, where is your money going and where is it coming from? That is a huge part of your business, is just where is it coming from? How do we keep it in-house without letting it go? And that could be savings on things as small as kind of electricity, or things as big as just your inventory. But it's just understanding where is your money going and how do we keep it in your bank account.
And is TallyWise, do y'all do that to your clients once a month, once a week, once a quarter? How does that work so the owners know where their money's going?
So we have various packages that we use, and they vary in price and vary in the amount of conversations that we have. So all of my packages have at least once a month that you meet with the CFO, no matter of how small your business is or how big it is. You meet with the CFO monthly, at minimum. Some clients meet weekly, some multiple times a week, but we are making sure that communication is upfront and at most for every single one of our clients.
What trends do you see going forward when it comes to financial and accounting?
It's a great question. I would say that everyone thinks that it's going AI, but I don't think that that's actually possible. There's definitely ways that AI can help and help it take it to the next level, but AI can never replace a person actually looking at it and understanding it and being able to work in it. there's just too much nuance in businesses to have it replaced by AI. So I think that there will always be AI to help, but it will never be able to actually replace a person doing it.
For aspiring financial professionals and even entrepreneurs, what advice would you offer to help them succeed?
Be uncomfortable, especially for financial accountants. Learn to get out of your box and out of your shell. I think the reason that we are as successful as we are is I have a background in sales. I love talking to people, and accountants usually hate talking to people. So it's just being able to have those conversations. At the end of the day, your client is just a person, and they just want to know what can they do to make their business successful. And speaking accounting jargon, it's just going to land flat for everybody. So it's how do we bring that to how do we communicate that to our clients to make sure that they understand what you're putting down and how to make it effective. So effective communication is definitely another aspect of that.
Is that the biggest difference in TallyWise and a lot of other financial companies out there?
I would like to say so, not to pat myself on the back, but I do like to think that we are very communicative and we're speaking the same lingo as a lot of our clients. My partners, other CFOs, we're all business owners ourselves. We have other ventures, and we all come from various backgrounds. So we're able to understand, what is it that the client is really looking for? What are they, or what would help them that they're not looking at or they're not thinking about, because we've gone through those trials and tribulations. And how do we make sure that our clients don't go through those issues?
How would you like to inspire other people that are thinking about getting into the financial entrepreneurial world?
I would say inspiration is a lot of self-reflection. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, and being able to understand, do you have that within yourself? Are you able to take that step and that leap of faith of just, there is no paycheck potentially. You have to get everything that you're working for. You have to push yourself. You have to be able to understand that there's no backing, and taking that leap of faith that, hey, I can do this, and believing in yourself that yes, you can and that you will.
And Abid, how can folks find you? How can they find TallyWise and more information about your business?
You can jump on our website, TallyWise.com, or you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and all of them are under TallyWise.
Well, Abid Hussain, thank you so much for joining us today with your insight. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching BizTV's Beyond the Brand. Be sure to subscribe to the BizTV YouTube channel, where you'll find full episodes of this show, a 24/7 live stream, fresh BizTV content, and a few surprises each week to help you stay inspired.